Dear students, in this video we will discuss about Cordova Mastering Grammar Class 6 Chapter number 1 Sentences. Okay? So here when we communicate with each other, we express our thoughts and ideas through words which together make complete sense. Right? So we use letters to form words. We use words to form phrases. We use phrases to form clause. We use clause to form sentences. Right? So we know sentences are the group of words which arranged in appropriate order to provide a meaningful sense. This is known as a sentence. Okay? So here a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. It contains a verb and a subject. That means without a verb, a sentence cannot be made. Right? Group of words are not called sentence. Group of words should arrange in appropriate order having meaningful sense will be called as a sentence. Right? So here just look at the examples here. This is a new school. And each sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with, yes, as per the mood of the sentence, whether you have to use a full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, right? So here the first letter should be capitalized, T. This is a new school, and here you find the sentence ends with a full stop, right? The next example here, I like to play cricket. So similarly here the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, right? The next example here, my aunt lives in Chennai. So here first letter M should be capitalized, and here Chennai C. So proper noun always starts with a capital letter. It is the name of a city, so C should be written in capitalized, right? And the sentence should be end with a full stop. The next here, I have many friends. So here first letter I should be capitalized and the sentence should end with a full stop. Clear? Then you should know about the rules of the sentences, right? So here the first rule, subject verb agreement is a must both in number and person. So first rule, subject verb agreement. So what is subject verb agreement? So if a subject is singular, the verb must be singular. If a subject is plural, then the verb must be plural. That is known as a subject verb agreement. The subject must agree with the verb. This rule known as subject verb agreement. In number as well as person. So how many number is there are two number, singular and plural, right? Singular and plural, and person first person, second person, third person, right? So here just follow the examples here. The first, Sana is enjoying the picnic. So yes, Sana is a third person singular, so the verb is singular. So this is yes. So here it is called a sentence because it follows the structure of a subject verb agreement. The next example here, I am enjoying the picnic. So I is the first person singular, so the verb must be singular, am, right? The next example here, the students are enjoying the picnic. The students, third person plural. So the verb must be yes, plural are, right? So here subject verb agreement should be followed. Otherwise, a sentence cannot be formed, or it cannot be called as a sentence without proper meaning. Okay, if group of words don't have meaning, so it cannot be called as a sentence, right? The first, it should follow the rule of the subject and verb agreement. The next example here, they are enjoying the picnic. So they third person plural, so the verb must be plural. Clear? The first rule subject and verb agreement. The next rule here, a plural verb is required when two or more singular nouns or pronouns are joined by a conjunction, right? So when two nouns are joined by a conjunction, this will be considered as plural, right? So here Gauri and Deepak, here and is a conjunction, and Gauri and Deepak both joined by a conjunction, so here R should be followed. Okay. The next example here, Meena and I are a good singer. So here and conjunction is used. So here yes, plural verb is used, but there are some exceptional rule you will learn. Okay, as the classes go on, you will learn more about the subject verb agreement. Okay, I have also made a special video on subject verb agreement. In that video, I have briefly discussed about all the rules. Okay, so here you find In the second rule, when two nouns are joined by a conjunction, it will be considered as plural. But there are some exceptional rule. If two nouns are joined by a conjunction, and it will be considered as a singular. Okay. So here just look at the screen. So here you can find all the rules I have briefly explained in this video. Subject and verb agreement. Right. The next rule here, a singular verb is used when two nouns or adjectives suggest one idea or refer to the same person or thing. Right here. Drawing and coloring is don't use are. Here conjunction and is used, but it will be considered as a singular. Single unit. One idea. Right. Then the red and green umbrella is not mine to here. Okay. So here you find and conjunction is used. So don't use are. So here you have to use is. These are the exceptional rule you have to follow. Right. So suppose take an example. Slow and steady. Right. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So here and is used, but here singular verb will be followed. Right. Suppose take another example. Bread and butter is mine, not are. Okay. Bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. So here and is used conjunction, but here singular verb is used. These are the exceptional rule. Clear? Then next rule number 4 here, a singular verb is required when two or more nouns are connected by either or neither nor. Here these are conjunction. Okay. So here when one noun is singular and one is plural, put the plural one next to the verb and use a plural verb. Right. So just follow here, neither my mother nor my sister. Right. So here you have to follow the second noun, whether the second noun is singular or plural. So here my sister is singular, so you have to use is. Suppose if the questions here given neither my mother nor my sisters, so here you have to use are, because the second noun plural. Okay. So you have to remember, if the sentence joined by either or neither nor, you have to follow the second one. Second here here either you or your brothers. So here your brothers plural, so here have is used, not has. Right. The next rule number 5 here, a singular verb must follow either, neither, each, everyone. Right. Everyone is reading book, everyone is, not everyone are. Everyone are will be wrong. Right. So here you have to follow either, neither, each, everyone. They will follow singular verb. Here everyone has to sing, each one of the students is. Don't write are, because here as the rule says, if a sentence starts with each, students is plural, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So you have to use singular verb. Okay. Then next rule here, number 6 here, even if they are joined by a conjunction, two nouns qualified by each or every must have a singular. Right. Each truck, each car. So here each boy and each girl was given a prize, not were. Clear? So even if they are joined by a conjunction two nouns qualified by each or every, they must have singular verb. So here is used, not are. Clear? The next rule number 7 here, some nouns which are singular in meaning but plural in form take a singular verb. Right here, this pair of slippers is, not are. So suppose here but in plural form and written in pair. A pair of spectacles, a pair of spectacles. Right. So you have to use is on the table, not are on the table. Clear? So here just look at the screen, other examples are here provided. Okay. Clear? Then next here, rule number 8, some nouns which are plural in meaning but singular in form take a plural. Yes. Right. The children. So as children, yes. People, cattle, always follow plural. People are, cattle are, children are. Okay. But singular in form, they too, yes, take a plural verb. Right. Then next rule number 9, singular verbs are required when the collection is thought of as a whole. Right. The troop is going. Right. When we thought, when the collection is thought as a whole, collection, collective noun we can say. The troop is, the audience was, the jury has decided. Right. The committee has decided. When we consider the collective noun as a singular unit, we use singular verb, right? So here from rule number 1 up to 10, I have briefly discussed all the rules. You can get a complete idea. All rules have been briefly described with examples. Then next rule number 10 here, a singular verb is required when the plural noun depicts some specific quantity or amount, right? So you know here 3 kilometers is, don't write R. Okay, suppose take an example, 20 rupees. You have to write is, not R. Okay, 100 years makes a century. So here just look at the screen. I have provided other examples here relating quantity or amount. Okay, they will take singular verb. Okay, so here just look at the screen. Okay, then next let's discuss the question answer here. Rearrange the following words to form meaningful sentences. Use capital letters, full stops, question marks or exclamation marks as required. The first one has been done for you, right? So burgled was Jane's yesterday house. So you have to start the sentence with Jane's. Jane's house was burgled yesterday. So you have to start the sentence with the capital letter and you have to use the appropriate punctuation mark. Then next, leaving tomorrow, James and Henry be will London for. Start with James. Okay, so here the answer. James and Henry will be leaving for London tomorrow. You have to start the sentence with the capital letter and end with the full stop, right? Then next here, you who are, start with who. That means it is a double H question, so you have to use a question mark. Who are you? First, you should start the sentence with the capital letter and end the sentence with question mark. Then next here, a scientist was great. A. Einstein. Start with Einstein. Einstein was a great scientist, right? Here, E should be capitalized and end the sentence with full stop. Then next here, beautiful A. What painting? What painting it is? You have to start with what. Okay. So this is an exclamatory sentence, right? So here, what a beautiful painting it is. You have to use exclamation mark at the end of the sentence and start the sentence with a capital letter. Then next here, late to, it never is. Start with it. It is never too late. Right here, it is never too late. First letter should be capitalized and end the sentence with the full stop. Right. Then next here, so as you know, there are 5 types of sentences, but in your book 4 types are provided. Declarative or assertive, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, and optative sentence. Optative sentence, right? So this kind of sentence has not mentioned in your book. Okay, so here a sentence that declares or states something is called a declarative sentence. So declarative 2 types: positive declarative, negative declarative, right? So he goes to school. This is a positive declarative. And he does not go to school. This is negative declarative. So similarly, the school reopens today. This is positive declarative. Its negative declarative will be the school doesn't reopen today, right? So here negative sentences negate a proposition, right? He cannot dance. She is not well. That means just by adding not. This is yes, declarative negative sentence, right? So here answer these questions, then write whether it is affirmative or negative. The first one has been done for you. So first you have to answer the question, then mention whether it is negative or affirmative. Do you study in college? I don't study in a college. Study in college. So this is negative. First you should answer the question. Then next, which is your favorite subject? So here the answer, English is my favorite subject. So this is affirmative sentence. Okay. The next year, which is the subject that you don't like? First you should answer the question. I don't like physics. Okay. You have to mention, okay, which subject don't you like, right? I don't like physics. So here, this is negative declarative sentence, right? Then next here, are you punctual at school? Yes, I am. Okay, yes. You can also mention here, yes, I am punctual at school. This is affirmative sentence. Then next here, do you enjoy cricket? So you have to mention, yes, I or no, I don't enjoy cricket. So here, don't. Negative declarative sentence, right? Then next here, do you like playing with dolls? So you have to write in affirmative or negative. I like playing with dolls. Do you know this is yes? Do you know this is positive sentence? Okay. Then next here, imperative sentence, right? So you know imperative means yes, to give command, request, you know, advice, order, suggestion. These are no, you know, imperative sentence. As you know, imperative, the general structure of the imperative sentence, you know, V1 plus other. Go there, write down, open the door, stand up, come here. Okay, so this is, you know, general structure. If you want to write in negative, then just you have to add don't go there. Okay, just you have to add don't tell a lie. So here, please tell me what happened. So, you know, this is request, right? Then next, do you do your homework properly? So you know, this is order. Okay. So here, imperative sentence may use to express a command. Come here, bring the box here. To make request, please help me clean the cupboard, right? To give some advice, never lose your patience. Study hard, concentrate on your study. Okay, so these are, you know, imperative sentence. So here, answer the following questions, follow instructions given in brackets. One has been done for you. So here, may I come in? Yes, you may come in. So similarly, you have to answer all the questions and you have to also follow the instructions. Okay, how do I complete this drawing? So here you need to give a suggestion, right? So here you have to write, you can use any sketch pen, right? Then next here, doctor, how many antibiotic tablets should I take daily? So you know, you need to give an advice. Okay, you should take 2 antibiotics daily, right? Then next here, when should I begin my homework? So you need to give a command, order. Okay, begin your homework now. Then next here, what should I do during my vacation? Give a suggestion, use the word should. Okay, so you need to here give a suggestion using modal auxiliary should. You should utilize your free time by reading a good book. Clear? The remaining parts will be discussed in the next video. So I think this video will help you. If you find any doubt, you can comment in the comment box. Okay, thank you.